What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Prince YouTube PS Compulsion signing in here, aka Prince Anthony, aka the Dark Magician. If you guys missed the last episode, bro, you guys gotta go back and check it out. We made one of the biggest trades for the NBA season so far, acquiring Andre Drummond from the Cleveland Cavaliers. If you missed the EP, just go back and check it out. Leave a like, leave a comment, make sure you're subscribed to the channel for me. But this trade, although amazing for us, well, it works out for both teams, to be honest. But although this trade is really amazing for us, this trade has the potential to do two things to us, right? It could either make us a championship contender for years to come, because of course we got players like Zack Lavine, Markelle Fultz, and Andre Drummond, or it could really destroy us in the offseason because Andre Drummond can decide to test free agency and then leave us, and we basically gave up Nikola for nothing. So it was really a risk for us, but like I said, please go back, watch the last EP, leave those beautiful comments, leave a like, really appreciate it. Anyways, time to get into things. So at this point in the NBA season, it is the All-Star break. We are 24-31 for the season so far, and guess what? We are still not in the playoff picture, which is okay because since making the trade for Andre Drummond, we did lose the first game when we faced off against the Boston Celtics. That was his debut. We lost that one, but then we won 4 games in a row leading up to the All-Star break. So that's pretty good, and that's a good sign because once the team start gelling after the All-Star break, I feel like we have pretty good chance of making the postseason, especially if we went on a 4-game winning streak after acquiring Andre Drummond. Come on, bro. So before we get past the All-Star break, yes, I did decide to simulate past it because I got to keep true to my promise. I'm not playing a game this season. I'm gonna just skip past it. But before we get to All-Star 2020 and get past it, I have a new task for my governor, and I messed up, bro, because I clicked the task and the team governor wants me to keep the winning streak going. Now, if you guys have not been watching my Charlotte Hornets Mygm 2.0 series, which you definitely should do, I don't know why you haven't checked it out yet. So after this video, please go check out that series. That series is extremely lit. I've been doing it since 2K20 came out. But if you guys been following that series, you guys would know anytime we go on a brief winning streak, either the team governor or somebody in our organization will tell us, hey, let's keep the winning streak going, and then that very next game that we play, we will lose that game and then go on a losing streak. So I really messed up. I should have never even took a task from the team governor, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna lose our next game and go on a losing streak. So I went ahead and promised to complete, although I'm pretty sure we're gonna end up losing and then his trust and morale is gonna go down. 2K hit me with the BS, bro. They don't want to see me succeed. So All-Star Weekend has come, All-Star Weekend has gone, and in the All-Star game, ladies and gentlemen, Andre Drummond didn't play much minutes, but he had 4 points, 7 rebounds. Bro, you gotta give my boy more touches. He's representing the Orlando Magic. You gotta give him more touches, bro. But shout out to Andre for making the All-Star team to begin with. Really proud of him. Really glad to have somebody repping the Magic, bro. You don't understand how much that means to me. That's lit. So now, welcome to the second half of the NBA season. It is now time for us to make our long-awaited playoff push. But before we simulate to the end of the season, that's exactly what I'm gonna do because obviously I'm not playing any more games for the season, and I gotta give my team a chance to shine and see how we do when simulating games, because obviously if the team does well when we're simulating a lot of games, it's a good team that I put together. But before we start with the sim, bro, contract extension deadline is next week, and I have some bad news. In the last EP, when we got Andre, he told us he is undecided when it comes to whether he's going to test free agency or re-sign with our squad. And I spent all of my time over the past few weeks getting his trust and morale all the way up to 100. His overall status is excellent, but ladies and gentlemen, it did not matter because although we're winning right now, although things look pretty good for this squad, Andre Drummond has decided to test free agency, which is what I did not want to happen at all. Oh my goodness. Although this is extremely disappointing to me, I just have a feeling in my gut that Andre just might decide to re-sign with our squad. I'm really hoping so. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I need you guys to keep your fingers crossed for us as well, because we really put together a good squad this season. Andre with Zack Lavine, Markelle, and those guys. I really feel like this team has the potential to do something in the future, so I'm really hoping Andre Drummond decides to stay. So this is our final roster heading into the offseason, heading into the postseason, whichever happens first. We got a lot of good pieces on this squad, like I mentioned before. Andre Drummond, Zack Lavine, Jonathan Isaac, my son Kevin Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Markelle Fultz, Mo Bamba. We have, Alonzo Trier, can't forget about him. We have a lot of good pieces on this team. Hopefully we can make the playoffs, because if we do, we are definitely going to be lit. And we get a chance to get some of that playoff revenue, which is that's one thing I really want right now, bro. Especially Donnie Magician, businessman. It's all about the money. It's all about the greens. Come on. You got to get that playoff revenue in. The time is finally here, though, to simulate to the end of the season. Keep your fingers crossed for us. I'm really hoping that we make the postseason. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Bro, it's been a very long year, but we have finally arrived to the end of the season. Look at all those W's that we got after the All-Star break, bro. We started going on good winning streaks. We were winning and grinning. And ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We made the playoffs. We have the 7th seed, which means in the first round, we are going to be matched up against the Philadelphia 76ers. But we are 43 and 38 for the NBA season, and we have one more game to go. So now it's time to end the day, simulating past our last game of the season on our home court, matched up against the Toronto Raptors, and we get the W. We finished the season with 44 wins. Bro, that is amazing. But in terms of the awards, I was not expecting any players on my squad to win any awards, so that pretty much speaks for itself. But check this out. Although my players didn't win an award, I got an award. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, Donnie Magician, aka the Dark Magician, is the executive of the year. Although my squad finished with the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference, real recognized real. Everybody was like, bro, we gotta give the executive of the year award to Donnie Magician. He came into the NBA, took the league by storm, making big moves, acquiring Zack Lavine, acquiring Andre Drummond. Bro, executive of the year. But before we get to the postseason, I had to look at the box score for our final game against the Toronto Raptors, because on the lower part of the screen, I saw that Zack Lavine had 51 points. So I had to see it for myself. I went to the box score, and ladies and gentlemen, it is true. In our last game of the NBA season, my man Zack Lavine went nuts, dropping 51 points. And with that 51-point game, he enters an elite class of players from the Orlando Magic that scored the most points for the squad, bro. He's in team history. Number 1 is Tracy McGrady. He scored 62 points. Shaq was second, then T-Mac again. Now Zack Lavine finds himself in that mix with those players. Oh my goodness. He has edged his name in Orlando Magic history. And one more thing before we get to the playoffs, looking at how my players did this past season, Zack Lavine, leading scorer for the squad, 27 points per game, bro. 4 rebounds, 3 assists. His assist number is a little bit low, but he's there to score the basketball. Markelle Fultz, 17 points per game. That is amazing right there. Aaron Gordon averaged 16 points per game. Andre Drummond, 15 points, 13 rebounds. Mo Bamba also had 11 points, 7 rebounds. The list goes on and on. Perfect season for my team, bro. This was the perfect development season for a lot of the younger players like Markelle Fultz, Mo Bamba, Kevin Porter Jr., Alonzo Trier. This team is looking really, really good, especially for the future. But in terms of the postseason, I feel like we're going to get eliminated in the first round against the Sixers, because Markelle Fultz, broken left leg, out for 4 to 6 weeks. We've been winning a few games without him, because I believe he got injured probably 2-3 weeks before the season ended, so he's been out for a minute. Markelle Fultz, broken left leg. I don't know how that happened. Bro, we're really gonna miss you. We're gonna see you next season, because like I said, it's gonna be an early first round exit for us. But to make the situation with Markelle a little bit more smoother, I decided that with one of my skills that I unlocked, because when I simulated to the end of the season, I leveled up twice, meaning I got 2 more skill points. I'm gonna unlock the skill called Improved Healing, which improves a trainer's rating when looking at injury recovery, provides no benefit for max rated trainers. So that's pretty good. It's going to help Markel heal a lot quicker. And I unlocked a skill for the offseason called It's Not You, It's Me. Reduces the relationship penalty when firing staff members or releasing or trading players. That's pretty good. I'm gonna definitely need that when we get to the offseason. I'm just saying. But now it's time for the playoffs, the moment you all been waiting for. I am going to be simulating Game 1 against the Philadelphia 76ers because that's the only game we got for the week. And then next week, I'm gonna just simulate the entire week, which should basically simulate the entire first round. Like I said, I don't expect us to win. Let's get into it. Now it's time to simulate our first game of the postseason. I'm ending the week simulating past that. Oh, we actually got the W? We beat the Sixers on their home court for Game 1. Bro, that really blows my mind that we actually won Game 1 on their home court. That's crazy to think about. But looking at the box score, the Sixers played okay. A lot of the players didn't even shoot that well from the field. But looking at the box score for our squad, Mo Bamba, 25.7 rebounds. Andre Drummond, 10 points, 15 rebounds. Player of the game, of course, Zack Lavine, 36 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Bro, this team is really making me proud right now. But now it's time for us to simulate the rest of the week, which should potentially end this first round series or this first round matchup against Philly. So simming past it, we won Game 2. We won Game 3. Bro, we have a 3-0 series lead against Philly. We lost Game 4. Game 5, can we get the W? No, we don't. We had a 3-0 series lead against them. Now we have a 3-2 series lead because we lost the last 2 games. That's still crazy to think about. Like, when we got to the postseason, you guys cannot tell me that without Markel Fultz, you guys was not expecting us to lose like 4-1 or 4-2 to the Philadelphia 76ers. But at one point, we had a 3-0 series lead against them. They won the last 2 games. They're starting to get momentum. We have to end this series in the next game because the next game is going to be on our home court for Game 6. If we win that game, we are going to the second round of the NBA playoffs to face off against potentially the Miami Heat or the Milwaukee Bucks. Imagine the Orlando Magic versus the Miami Heat. That'll be a pretty good series. Florida versus Florida. Now it's time for the moment of truth. I'm only simulating Game 6 on our home court. Can we move on to the next round? I'm ending the day. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the W. Let's go. We are going to the Eastern Conference second round. I was gonna say the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm jumping the gun already. But we are going to the second round. I cannot believe it. What an upset. We beat the second best team in the Eastern Conference. We're a 7th seed. We're going to the next round. That is amazing. Zack Lavine in that game, 41 points, 15 of 17 from the field. He really want to chip, bro. Like, he is going nuts. Zack Lavine been going nuts, bro. 32 points per game, top 5 scorer for the postseason. And he is shooting more than 50% from the field. That is amazing stats. And looking at the past few games for the postseason so far, the numbers do not lie. This dude has been going nuts. I'm really speechless, bro. Like, I can't really wrap my head around how good this team is doing, especially under the leadership of Zack Lavine. Dude has been putting the squad on his back. So the battle lines have been drawn. Ladies and gentlemen, in the second round of the NBA playoffs, the final 4 teams in the Eastern Conference is going to be the Boston Celtics against the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks against the Orlando Magic. That is very lit. And I know I said that I was not going to play any games for this season, but technically the season is ended. I said I wasn't going to play any games for the season. The season is done. We're in the postseason. So I'm telling you guys, ladies and gentlemen, in the next episode, I am playing Game 1 of the second round against the Milwaukee Bucks. I want to see what all the hype is about. I want to see how good this team actually is when I play with this squad. I gotta see for myself. I'm messing up. I'm just speechless. I'm shocked. I'm everything right now. So in the next episode, I am playing Game 1 against Milwaukee. That's gonna be a lit game. Then I'm gonna simulate the rest of the series because honestly, I don't expect us to win. But if we do and we go to the East Finals, that will be amazing. But like I said, only playing Game 1. I'ma stick to that. I'ma open the next episode with a lit game against the Bucks. I cannot wait, bro. I cannot wait. If you cannot wait either, make sure that you leave a like, comment, make sure you subscribe to the channel, do all those things for me, because if you made it all the way to the end of this EP and you're not as hyped as me, that is an issue. And of course, that's some real shady business if you couldn't leave a like, comment, or subscribe, especially after a lit episode like this one. So please make sure you do those 3 things for me. If you already do those 3 things on the regular, guess what? You are loved, appreciated, and best of all, you're the real MVP. I will see you guys in the next episode. Game 1 against the Bucks is gonna be so lit. I cannot wait to play with the squad. I'm gonna be taking a bunch of shots with Zack Lavine. I'm probably gonna shoot like at least 20 to 30 shots with him and see what all the hype is about. But yeah, click one of the playlists on the screen, check out some of my other content. My content is lit, my content is fire. I will see you guys in the next EP, second round of the NBA playoffs. I cannot wait. This is the Prince of YouTube, aka Donnie Magician, signing out.